Hello everyone, I am Professor Nehal Ansha. In this video, we are going to learn layout of 2-input NAND gate. Before starting layout of NAND gate, look at the previous videos of CMOS inverter. These two videos discuss how to create vertical as well as horizontal layout of inverter. If we want to design MOS arrays as shown in this figure, here, three MOS are connected in series. A, B, C are their gates. X is one end of that series and Y is another end. You can observe we can take three transistors A, B and C, and only to the first transistor we can have active contact, as well as with the C transistor we can have the active contact. In between source and drain of A with B and B with C can be shared. If we intend to connect MOS transistor in parallel, two different layouts are shown over here. If we are placing two transistor A and B in parallel this way with vertical gates, then we can share drain of A with source of B, and the other end can be connected together. In other layout, horizontal gates are shown. In this, two ends of both the transistor can be connected in parallel. So, depending on our requirement, we can choose any one from given pattern. In general, individual transistors which are shown over here, if we want to use shared gate, we can connect either both the gates vertical or we can connect both the gates horizontal. So this way we can share gates. Now if we are sharing drain or source, we can connect two transistors with vertical gates side by side, or we can put them one on the top of other. So in this kind of arrangement, we can either share drain of one transistor with source of another, or drain of both the transistor or source of both the transistor. For making layout of NAND gate, you can observe over here two transistors with vertical gates are taken. NMOS are in series in case of NAND gate. So, drain of one transistor is shared with source of another transistor. PMOS are in parallel. So, in this case, drain of both the PMOS are connected with VDD. Source of both the PMOS are shared, and from that output is being taken. Similar to NAND 2 layout, NOR 2 layout is also shown in this slide. The difference between NAND 2 and NOR 2 is, over here NMOS are in parallel but PMOS are in series. If we compare these two layouts side by side, we can observe that they are the mirror version of each other. We can put this two transistor either for NAND 2 layout or for NOR 2 layout. Their wiring is almost similar, only you can observe their images looking like flipping of each other. So with this, now we will actually start with the layout using electric. In electric, we have created new cell NAND 2 for layout. we have taken two NMOS transistor and two PMOS transistor as shown over here. W by L for all four transistors is kept as 10 by 2. N well on the top and P well on the bottom are added. Now we will use an active for making our drain as well as source connection. N active and P active are placed besides the transistor. Their Y size is changed to 10 as transistor W by L is 10 by 2. Now before connecting anything, first we will connect one transistor with the another. We will also take them near to each other. We will also connect PMOS with NMOS. After connecting N active and P active, we will also arrange them properly and will bring N well as well as P well near to the transistor. Now, this arrangement is also useful for making NOR 2 layout. So, we can just copy and paste this for NOR 2 layout also, because from this point onwards, we can start with NOR 2 layout also. For NAND 2 layout, first of all, we will connect both the gates. One N is used for VDD connection. So for that we will use metal connector so that width of connector will be uniform. Drain of NMOS is connected with source of PMOS. Both the sources are connected. And the drain is connected with VDD. For shared drain connection, the spacing was less, so we have separated both the PMOS transistor so that this drain connection with VDD can be made. Due to that, this gate connection is with this band. Now again we will connect both the source of our PMOS transistor. Now our layout is ready. There is no DRC. So now we can export our inputs and we can simulate our transistor. We need to maintain minimum distance between poly and metal connection. Otherwise, it will give error. We have already exported A and B as our input. VDD and ground are exported and Y is exported as output. So our layout is without any DRC and we are ready to perform SPICE simulation. SPI stack for 2-input NAND gate layout is shown over here. We will add inputs. In this case, we have considered one input with 1 nanosecond on time and second input with 3 nanosecond on time. We will simulate for 20 nanoseconds. You can observe A and B are two input. In first case, both the inputs are 1, 1, so output is 0. In second case, it's 0, 1, so the output is 1. Over here, 0, 0 is visible, for which output is 1. 1, 0 is visible over here, for which output is 1. You can also observe certain spike is there at the time of switching. After 10 nanoseconds, A input is always 0, so you can observe output is always logic high. So, our NAND 2 layout is verified for its truth table. We can add measurement script and we can measure rise time on first rise and fall time on second fall. We can observe over here around 1 nanosecond first rise is at that time. Our rise time is shown as 214.49 picosecond. Around 2 nanosecond second fall is visible, which is approximately 93 picosecond. First rise occurs when input changes from 1, 1 to 0, 1. First fall occurs when input changes from 0, 1 to 1, 1. Similarly, we can also measure other rise and fall. Now we will measure rise time on second rise and fall time on third fall. Outputs are same. We can observe second rise is happening around 3 nanosecond and rise time is 83.69 picosecond. This rise is due to input changes from 1, 1 to 0, 0. We want to measure fall time over here due to input changes from 0, 0 to 1, 1. We have measured that on third fall, but here we are getting the wrong result. This measurement at T3 that is being considered at around 6 nanosecond, that is correct, but the measurement T4 which is taken around 5 nanosecond, this is due to this false transition over here. This false transition is due to switching of both the transistor and it has reduced below 1.8 volt and that measurement was taken. So rise time is accurate over here but fall time is not appropriate. So this condition we need to measure again. This input condition is not producing any other combination. So now we will change time period of our input waveform and we will produce other combinations and will measure rise time and fall time. Now after changing input waveform, we are again measuring rise time on first rise and fall time on one reading will take on second fall and other on third fall. That is due to this is second fall for it is reaching up to 10% of the VDD and for 90% of the VDD this is considered as second fall, so this one is treated as third fall. Look at the log, we can observe that our rise time is 149.62 picosecond and fall time is 93.21 picosecond. We can also change our input such that it will start from 0. We can simulate this and we can observe that first rise is occurring around 0 nanosecond and the fall is around 3 as well as 5 nanosecond. If we measure them, we can observe the first rise is measured, which is 83 picosecond, that is around the 0 nanosecond, and the fall time is measured around this 5 nanosecond, which is 93 picosecond. So this way we can perform our required measurement and we can analyze rise and fall time for NAND gate. Similar exercise can be done for 2 input NOR gate also. Thank you very much.